All right, yeah. I think that's it for our first impressions for Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. This is the closed beta that's supposed to go for a couple of days, but we've pretty much hit towards like the very end of the content in this game. And without saying much of like, oh, what's in the game, what's not in the game, because that's all going to change, let's talk about the mechanics and what I think will appeal to a lot of people that this game has. So this is obviously going to be a free-to-play game. It's going to release, I think, internationally in a couple months on Steam, hopefully Steam, and consoles. I know Switch is going to get it. I just hope it's cross-platform because I'll probably, you know, be grinding on my Switch, if possible, go to the PC when I'm streaming it. But yeah, it's free-to-play. This is a sort of a spin-off slash somewhat sequel to Phantasy Star Online 2, which came out 2013-ish in Japan, and then finally in Americas, officially in Americas in the 2020, because like you can always play it with like translation patches, which I did like 7 years ago. So this game, the big difference between this and the other game is it is open world, and you are actually not doing the regular format of Phantasy Star, which is instance based, where you just jump into a map, do a quest. You go through a map, a little bit of randomized, and then you come back to the town. This one, it's kind of like that, but you're free to just jump out and do whatever you want. Now, this isn't a true MMO. It's still sectioned off in different ships for different servers, ships of servers. And they did something smart here. Instead of having one gigantic open world, it's connected parts that make it seamlessly feel like an open world. When you jump into an area, you can see on the top left, it says how many characters can be on that map at once. Now, I'm not saying it's only limited to that, but as soon as it hits the limit, you probably end up in another channel for that server. Think like Maple Story or something. So the game feels really, really smooth. The combat and the feel of running around and jumping, it's amazing. Right now, I just played my 3 hours plus as a forest, but you can easily switch characters. If you don't know anything about this game, I don't want to explain every little bit here, but in this sort of closed beta, they did have a lot of new mechanics in the game, like regional mags everyone feeds. They had the idea of you jumping into a map and activating PSA bursts, but they brought it to a whole new level here because the maps are very big. So not only do you fight regional bosses and enemies, but everyone combines to it, and then it just culminates to a huge gigantic boss fight that can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, as we've seen. But yeah, I think the biggest thing that needs to happen for this to really succeed, balancing, man. Balancing is key here. I felt like there was no reason to use my skills, which cost your mana in this game, your resources. My regular right click did just as much, if not more, DPS. But yeah, the customization is just as good. I think they overhauled the graphics. However, I am playing in the lowest tier, but you can, when you play, you can go high as you want. You are able to import your other character from the other game. I don't know if you get skills or anything, but you import definitely your model, and then you go from there. Yeah, I mean, this game is exactly as I thought it was going to be. The only thing is, there's only around, I feel like 80% of the contents to be added just in this small little closed beta, but after playing it all, it's really, really good. I highly recommend it. It's going to be free, like I said, so it's worth it. They're going to make their money off of premium, battle passes and premium sort of subscriptions, where you don't need it to play the game, to beat the game, but it sure helps because you're going to be able to open up a store. You're going to be able to get more daily stuff, and more inventory space, storage space, etc. But it's not 100% needed. But if you play the game a lot, you like it, of course, send them a few bucks because they work really hard. The Phantasy Star 2, the original, holy crap, man, it's been going on for almost 10 years now. So yes, the closed beta, freaking first impressions, it's really good. The overall feel of combat and flow, everyone, like, it really rewards people for just walking up to other people, helping during battles. You can heal them if they die. You can easily use an item to revive them. This game is scattered HP and revives all over the place, but it's definitely not going to be that way during the real game. But I can see this being really nice to play solo and with multiplayer. So that's it. Good stuff.